5% of Americans are problem drinkers, while between 5 to 10% male and 3 to 5% female drinkers could be diagnosed as alcohol dependent, according to the National Institutes of Health. The problems linked to alcohol dependence are extensive and can affect an individual physically, psychologically, and socially. Alcoholism is a gradual process that can take as short as a few months, years, or even decades before it becomes a problem. Over time, excessive alcohol can alter the chemicals in the brain, leading the body to crave alcohol in order to receive a good feeling to avoid bad feelings. I chose this topic because in my community, many men and women are faced with alcoholism due to the lack of activities in a small town. Some may wonder, what is alcoholism? What are the signs and symptoms? What are the effects of excess drinking? What are the diagnosing? And what are the treatments? Many Americans don't realize the true meaning of alcoholism and how easy it is to become addicted. What is alcoholism? Alcoholism is when you have signs of physical addiction to alcohol and continue to drink despite the problems with physical health, mental health, and social, family, or job responsibilities. Alcohol may control the individual's life and relationships. Those at risk are men who have more than 15 drinks a week, women who have more than 12 drinks in a week, and anyone who has more than 5 drinks per one occasion in 1 week. One drink is defined as a 12-ounce bottle of beer, 5-ounce glass of wine, or a 1.5-ounce shot of liquor. Alcoholism is also known or diagnosed as alcohol dependence syndrome. Alcoholism is characterized in 4 elements: craving, when the body feels as though it needs alcohol; loss of control, when the individual begins to drink in excess; physical dependence, when the individual feels as though alcohol should be present at all times or in most situations; and tolerance, the feeling of wanting to become more buzzed or drunk than the previous time of drinking. With being an alcoholic comes many signs and symptoms. Many alcoholics are in denial and typically the last to realize they are true alcoholics. Examples of symptoms are drinking alone, feeling an urge to drink, drinking to feel high, and drinking in secret. Many individuals become alcoholics and that begin drinking at a young age, or those who are children of alcoholics. Drinking becomes a compulsion and eventually takes over daily lives and activities. Alcoholism can remain undetected for years. The signs and symptoms of alcoholism has its effects both physically and mentally and can help with being diagnosed. What are some of the effects of excess drinking and what are the diagnoses? Excessive drinking can lead to many serious and long-term effects such as depression, low self-esteem, and stress. Diagnosing individuals is a process of 12 or more months. Individuals must experience withdrawals, alcohol tolerance, persistence, and various symptoms within the 12 months. Individuals are also asked multiple questions in a screening for possibility of being diagnosed of actually having an alcohol problem. Tests can also be ran that include alcohol blood level, complete blood count, liver function test, and magnesium blood test. Being treated for alcoholism is easier than the individual thinks. The only thing that is stopping them is the individual themselves. What are the treatments? Deciding to quit is the first step in acquiring treatments. Having withdrawals from alcohol is best done in a controlled and supervised environment by psychiatrists or doctors. Alcohol support programs are also there for long-term support. Alcohol or medication can also be prescribed in many situations. The process of overcoming alcoholism can be very difficult and is best for living a happier and more successful life. The effects of alcohol dependence are extensive and can affect individuals socially, physically, and mentally. What is alcoholism, some may wonder? What are the signs and symptoms? What are the effects of excess drinking and what are the diagnoses? And how can it become treated? Excessive alcohol can alter the chemicals in the brain, leading the body craving for alcohol in order to receive a good feeling to avoid bad situations. Alcoholism is a gradual process that can take as short as a few months, years, or even decades before it becomes a problem and becomes diagnosed. Drinking alcohol can lead to fun times with friends and family on special occasions, but is drinking in excess worth the effects it comes with in the long run?